This is the ICSE 2024 Board Maths paper. I shall be solving question 4, 5 and 6 from section B of this paper in this video. You can watch it to know how to present your answers for Maths Board exam and also how the questions are marked. I have been an ICSE examiner, so watch the video till the end to know how much you would get in Maths ICSE Board exam. Section B, which is for 40 marks, has 7 questions in all. We have from question 4 till question 10. When you have your reading time, choose the questions carefully. Let us see how the presentation of the answer should be and let us see how the marking has been done for this question. The question reads, Suresh has a recurring deposit account in a bank. He deposits rupees 2000 per month and the bank pays interest at the rate of 8% per annum. If he gets rupees 1040 as interest at the time of maturity, find in years the total time for which the account was held. When we present our work, we need to write down what are the quantities. So we written principal 2000, rate 8% per annum, interest is 1040 and time equal to how much? It's a 3-mark question. Now for banking, our formula is maturity value equal to P into N plus interest. Now interest also has this formula. But since we have been given interest 1040, we will just write 1040 equal to, substitute for principal 2000, n into n plus 1 becomes n square plus n into bracket multiplied by 8 upon 100 into 1 upon 12. Now look at the calculations. 12 should be got rid of first, so 12 will be divisible by 4 and this 20. So 4 5s 20 and 4 3s 12 and then this 2 will divide this 8. So in the numerator we will have 20 upon 3 and this bracket n square plus n. So we copy this the way it is. Now we will transfer this 20 upon 3 that side. So we write 1040 into 3 upon 20, cancel the 0, we'll have 52 into 3. That will give us the quadratic equation n square plus n minus 156 equal to 0. We split the term like so and then we will, after factorization, get 2 factors here. So we'll say n plus 13 equal to 0 or n minus 12 equal to 0. And then that will give us n equal to minus 13 or n equal to 12. Now minus 13 as the number of months is not applicable. We cannot have number of months as negative. So time is 12 months, that is 1 year. Now if you look at it, your first correct formula with correct substitution is 1 mark. To get the correct trinomial is 1 mark. And then to write this along with the answer is 1 mark. Question 4, second part. The following table gives duration of movies in minutes and duration in minutes is starting from 100 to 110 minutes going up to 160 minutes and the number of movies is 5, 10, 17, 8, 6, 4. Using step deviation method, find the mean duration of the movies. Now for step deviation method, we need to make the columns. So here are the columns. The class interval will be the duration of the movies in minutes. The number of movies is going to be the frequency and the x value will be the mid value of the class interval. So 100 plus 110 upon 2, that will give us 105. This will be giving us 115. Corresponding to this will be 125 and then we have 135, 145, 155 like so. For step deviation we need to find out t, which is x minus a upon I. So x minus a, that is the assumed mean. We take the assumed mean with the maximum frequency here. So we write here assume mean a, which is 125, and then x minus a becomes 105 minus 125, that is minus 20, and that has to be divided by I. The value of I here is the class width, and that is your 10. So minus 20 upon 10 gives us minus 2. No need to show those calculations here. Just write minus 2, then minus 1, 0, and here it will be 1, 2, 3. Next, f into t. So 5 into minus 2 is minus 10. 10 into minus 1 is minus 10. 17 into 0 is 0. 8 into 1 is 8. 6 into 2 is 12. 4 into 3 is 12. So here we have minus 20, and here we'll have plus 32. So sigma ft becomes this plus this, which is minus 20 plus 32, that is 12. And we also need sigma f, which is 50. And so we will use the formula mean is equal to a plus sigma ft upon sigma f multiplied by I. A is 125, sigma ft is 12, sigma f is 50 multiplied by I, that is 10. I have written the value over here. So 125 plus 0 cancels, and 12 upon 5 is 2.4. So you add this to this, and that is 127.4 minutes. We box the answer and we write that this is the answer. It becomes easier for the examiner to spot the answer. So here, to make this much part, because this is just plain copying, right? So this part over here and this part, that will be for 1 mark. There isn't much thinking required for this. Then we have 1 mark for getting sigma f and sigma ft. Substitute in the formula, get the answer, and that will be our 1 mark. So that is our 3 mark. Let us come to the third part. If a plus b whole cube upon a minus b whole cube is equal to 64 upon 27, a, find a plus b and a minus b, and b, hence using properties of proportion, find a is to b. Now, even by itself, it's a simple question, but they have made it even simpler by splitting into these 2 steps. It's a 4-mark question. I think literally marks were thrown at you all. Just look at how simple the solution was. We had the 2 cubes here, numerator, denominator, and these 2 also are cubes. This is cube of 4, this is cube of 3, and taking cube roots, we get a plus b upon a minus b is 4 upon 3, and that is our 1 mark. By componendo dividendo, we are going to add this plus this, I have shown that, and this minus this, I have shown that. And that will give us 4 plus 3 and 4 minus 3, that is again 1 mark when you write this. So you will have b and b getting cancelled, a and a getting cancelled. So 2a upon 2b is 7 upon 1. So a upon b is 7. But when we write the ratio, it will be 7 is to 1, because it is written as a is to b. Let's come to question number 5. The first part. The given graph with a histogram represents the number of plants of different heights grown in a school campus. Study the graph carefully and answer the following questions. It's a 5-mark question. So let us look at the number of plants on y-axis, and we have height on the x-axis. And you can see that it's a histogram. So from here to here, we have this as the mode. Looking at this, they ask you, make a frequency table with respect to the class boundaries and their corresponding frequencies. B, state the modal class. C, identify and note down the mode of the distribution. Find the number of plants whose height range is between 80 to 90 centimeter. Let's look at the frequency table. Here we'll have to make two columns, height in centimeter, that is here on x-axis, and number of plants, that is along y-axis. So first one over here, class interval is between 30 and 40. So I've written 30 to 40, and the frequency here, can you see it is 4? So number of plants is 4. Then 40 to 50, and the number of plants is 2. So are you able to see that? Now check for yourself. 50 to 60, it is 8. Then 60 to 70, it is 12. Then 70 to 80, it is 6. 80 to 90 is 3. And 90 to 100 is 4. So our frequency table is ready. And now we have to see which is the modal class. The modal class is the class which has mode in it. That is 60 to 70 centimeter. Just look over here, between 60 and 70. They are asking state the modal class. Identify and note down the mode of the distribution. Now let us read this. So you will see the mode is here. This is 60, this is 70, this is 65, but it is one division on the left, so that becomes 64. So 64 centimeter is the value of mode. Then the last bit, find the number of plants whose height ranges from 80 to 90. Now 80 to 90 is this range. And this is how many plants are there? 3 plants. Let's see how we write the answer. Mode, that's your answer C. And the last one, the 3 plants as I discussed it earlier. So for 5 marks, we will have B, C and D. 1 mark each. And to make this frequency distribution table, it is 2 marks. So if you've written all this properly, then you will get your full 5 marks here. Question 5, second part also is for 5 marks, and the diagram is given the angle of elevation of the top of a 100-meter high tree from 2 points A and B on the opposite sides of the trees are 52 degrees and 45 degrees respectively. Find the distance AB to the nearest meter. We have to draw the diagram in our solution and write what is to be found out. AB is from here to here, like so. Now to begin with, we will take this right triangle. We know angle 52 here. So we start with tan 52 is equal to DC upon AC. And that gives us 100, that is the value of DC, upon AC. And so AC comes here and tan 52 goes here. So AC becomes 100 upon tan 52 degrees. Now tan 52 is going to be a 4 decimal number, and you cannot divide very easily this number. So it's going to be time consuming. So you can have alternate method. If this is 52, then this angle over here becomes 90 degrees minus 52 degrees, which is 38 degrees. So we can, instead of using 52, use this 38 degrees, and tan 38 becomes AC upon DC. That gives us AC upon 100. So AC will be equal to 100 multiplies tan 38, and that gives us the value of tan 38 as 0.7813 multiplied by 100. So 78.13 meters. So this becomes our AC, but we want AB also. So we have to go for the second triangle. In right triangle DCB, tan 45 degrees is going to be DC upon BC, and tan 45 is 1. So we just write 1 is equal to DC. Here is 100 upon BC. So BC will be 100 meters. Now AB will be AC plus CB. Can you see that? So we will add 78.13 and plus 100. So that will give us 173.13, but they asked us to round off to nearest meter. So this is the meter value, the unit value, and since this number, this digit is less than 5, we will round off to 178 meter. It was a 5-mark question. So to get this was 1 mark here. To get this was 1 mark here. To get BC was straightforward and simple. 1 mark here. To add everything and to round off will be 1 mark each. So that is how you will get your 5 marks. Here you had to just be careful. The question paper is easy, so you should not miss out on steps. If you miss out on steps, you will miss out on marks. So one needs to be careful. Question 6, that is the third question from section B. Let's look at the first one. Solve the following quadratic equation for x and give your answer correct to 3 significant figures, and this is the equation. Use the mathematical tables if necessary, and this is for 3 marks. This again is a straightforward question. In our solution, we write the equation first and we write the value of a, b and c. A is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, that is minus 10, and c is the constant, which is plus 5. First thing you should do is, even before you write this formula, find the discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. Substitute the formula with the values. That will give us 100 minus 40, which is 60. Then write the equation, then substitute the values. This being root of 60, we use the mathematical table and we get the value of root of 60 as 7.746. If you want to know how to take the square root of these numbers, then I will place one video link over here whereby you can find the square roots using the log table. And in the denominator, 2 into 2 is 4. Now after this you will see it is simple plain mathematics. There is no brain required for this, except when we come over here, then you have to round off to 3 significant figures. Now in this number, 4 is significant, 4 is significant, this 3 is significant. So I put one arrow here that you have to round off up to here. And 6 and 5 being more than half of the fraction, this 3 will become 4. And we have the first value as 4.44. All of them are significant figures. The second value is, remember this 0 is not significant because in a pure decimal, 0 is not significant. So 0.5635, above 3 I have made one arrow. So it becomes 564 as the fractional part, and that is because this 5 and more than 5 digit will make this 3 into the next digit. And I write over here, this is 3 significant figures. When we write the solution set, we write the smaller number first and then the bigger number. And you have to write the set brackets. That's how we get our answer. Now it's a 3-mark question, so obviously to get the discriminant will be 1 mark. To get these values will be 1 mark. And then to round off to 3 SFs and to write the solution set is 1 mark. So that's how we have the 3-mark question. Question 6, second part. The nth term of an arithmetic progression, that is AP, is given by the relation Tn is equal to 6 into bracket 7 minus n. Find the first term and the common difference, and B, the sum of its first 25 terms. The second subpart, nth term of the AP Tn is 6 into 7 minus n, and we have to find these, so we write these and then we start with the solution. We write the general term, the nth term that is given, and from that we find T1, that is the first term. where n is equal to 1. So 6 into bracket 7 minus 1 will give us 6 into 6, that is 36. That is the first term. T2 where n will be 2. Exactly the same we are going to do, and 6 into 7 minus 2, that is 6 into 5, that is 30. And T3 also the same way. So the first term will be T1 and that is our 36. That becomes our answer 1. Now common difference will be T2 minus T1, that is 30, minus 36, that is minus 6. So 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, that is our 3-mark question. Now for the SN, we will have n equal to 25. So S25, the sum of first 25 terms, will be given by this formula. Sn equal to n upon 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. All we have to do is substitute here. So you will see such a straightforward paper. N minus 1 is 24, d is minus 6. So all you have to do is just follow this pattern. This is 72, this is minus 144. So you will have this giving us minus 72, 2 ones and 2 goes minus 36 times. 36 into 25 is 25, 4 is 100 into 9 is 900. So minus 900, and that is your 1 mark for the sum. The third part, triangle ADB and triangle ACB are two right angle triangles, and the angles ADB, this one is 90, and BCA, this one is 90. AB is 10, AD is 6, BC is 2.4, and DP is 4.5. We have to prove that triangle APD, that is APD, this one, and BPC, they are similar. And we have to find the lengths of BD and PB, and then hence we have to find the length of PA, that is here, and we have to find the area of triangle APD is to triangle BPC, and it's a 4-mark question. The third part, in that triangle ADB and triangle ACB are two right angle triangles, and the angles ADB, this one is 90, and BCA, this one is 90. AB is 10, AD is 6, BC is 2.4, and DP is 4.5. We have to prove that triangle APD, that is APD, this one, and BPC, they are similar. And we have to find the lengths of BD and PB. Hence, we have to find the length of PA, that is here, and we have to find the area of triangle APD is to triangle BPC, and it's a 4-mark question. For our solution, we have to draw the diagram and enter the values that are given. Then we write what is given like this with all the lengths and what we have to find A, B, C and D. We write from the question the way it is. Now to begin with, they want us to prove that triangle APD, that is this one APD, is similar to this. Now can you see in these two triangles, this is 90 over here and these two are vertically opposite angles. So I have just written the same thing. These are vertically opposite angles, this one and this one, and these two are 90 degrees, this one and this one, and therefore the two triangles become similar from statement 1 and 2 by AA test for similarity, and that is our first part proved. For the second part, write a triangle ADB by Pythagoras theorem. Now where is your ADB? ADB, we know this is 6 centimeters, this is 10 centimeters. We have to find BD. So we use Pythagoras theorem and we get the value of BD as 8 centimeter. This again is very simple. We have done something similar to this in class 9, right? Now the next part they are asking us is PB. Where is PB? Here it is. So we already found out BD. BD is 8 centimeter and PD is 4.5. So PB is going to be full 8 minus this, right? It's so simple. You saw that? Yeah? Now each one of these will be 1 mark. Now let us come to the C part, PA. For PA, we will use this triangle. This is right triangle. This is 6 centimeters. This is 4.5. Use Pythagoras theorem. So again we do the same thing. Can you see that? And 4.5 square is 20.25. And then when you add the two, you get 56.25. AP will be root of that is 7.5 centimeter. So each one of these will be 1 mark. Now let us come to the last part where you have to compare the ratios, the ratio of the areas of the two similar triangles. Now we know that the two triangles are similar, that is statement number 3. So we just copy that once again, triangle APD similar to triangle BPC, and we will now take the corresponding sides with their ratios. So AP upon BP, that is this, equal to PD upon PC, that is this, equal to AD upon BC, that is this. But AD upon BC, the values are already given, 6 centimeters and 2.4 centimeters. So this will get cancelled, and then you'll have 60 upon 24, 12 5s and 12 2s. So that is reduced to 5 upon 2. And the reason for that is corresponding sides of similar triangles are in proportion. Remember to write the reasons. Once we've done that, the two triangles which are similar, their ratio will be equal to ratio of 5 square is to 2 square. And the reason for that is areas of similar triangles are proportional to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So this upon this is equal to 25 is to 4. So you can write area triangle APD is to area triangle BPC is equal to 25 is to 4, and that is our answer D. So remember, there are 4 parts for this and each one is 1 mark. If you miss out any statements, chances are you lose your marks. I shall end the video here. In the next video, we shall see the solutions of questions 7, 8, 9 and the marking scheme. Till then, thank you for watching. Bye. 7, first part, again is a diagram based question. It's a circles chapter. We have been given that triangle ABC is isosceles and PQ is the tangent here to the circle at C, and OM, this one, is perpendicular to AC, and angle COM, that is COM, is 65 and so is AOM. They asked us to find angle ABC, that is this one, then BAC, that is this one, and BCQ, that is BCQ, that is this one. Yeah, first we have to draw the diagram. We write what is given and we write what is to be found out. And this is a 3-mark question. So remember, ABC, BAC and BCQ, each one will be 1 mark. To begin with, when they talk about ABC, for ABC, can you see that it is half of AOC? This is angle at the circumference. It will be half angle at the center. So we write the reason. And this is given as 65 and 65. So this whole thing is 130. So half of 130, angle ABC becomes 65. That is this angle. Yeah. Now we have finished with the first one. Now we come to BAC. For BAC, we will use AB equal to AC, which is given, and so angles opposite equal sides. Opposite AB will be this angle, opposite AC will be this angle. They will be equal. I'm going to call them X each. That is because angles opposite equal sides are equal. Now in this triangle, This one, angle BAC. Angle BAC plus x and x will be 180 degrees. So we just write the angles with their names, and we write the reason that in a triangle, angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. We substitute ACB and ABC as x and x, and angle BAC will turn out to be, as you can see, 50 degrees. So 1 mark for getting this answer, 1 mark for getting this answer. Then the last one is where we had to find this angle, this one. Now this angle is angle between the tangent and the chord. The chord makes in the alternate segment this angle, that is BAC. So this angle will be equal to angle BAC by alternate segment theorem. And that gives us our 1 mark, and so 3 marks can be easily obtained for this question as well. So this is our inequation. We write from here to here this side as one inequation, and from here to here this side as another inequation, and we solve it the way you have learned to solve. You get this value, that will be 1 mark. You get this value, that is 1 mark. Then we write the values here of x, copy this as it is, and then x less than 2.4 we combine with this, and the solution set will be -2 less than or equal to x less than 2.4, and x belongs to I. Now if it's an integer, it will be equal to -2, so we write -2 with the shading here. Then we can take -1, and then we can take here 1 and up to 2. We cannot take this 2.4. So this solution set is to be also written as solution set will be -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. Whenever it's an integer, whole number, natural number, we must list the elements. So this value to get is 1 mark, this value to get is 1 mark, and to write the solution set and represent it on the number line is 1 mark. That's how we get our 3 marks. Third part, in the given diagram, ABC is a triangle where B 4, -4, C -4, -2, and D is the point on AC. Write down the coordinates of A and D. Now this is again a very simple straightforward question. Find the coordinates of centroid of ABC. So we have coordinates of A, B and C. We'll use the formula. Then D divides AC in the ratio k:1. Find the value of K and find the equation of the line BD, and that is for 4 marks.